Hello. This is James, and welcome back to the Serenity Journey. We are talking today about how to find peace in a crisis. And if you can hear me, let me know down in the comments. Uh, I am actually not in my studio today. We are actually in the hospital with Emily, so I may be in and out because I'm here with her by myself. So if she needs me, I may have to drop for a minute. But other than that, I hope you are doing fantastic today. Check the comments. Prosperous Caregivers. Hi, Jessica. Hi, Jesse. They are watching from home while Emily and I are here in the hospital. So I hope you're doing fantastic today. Today, I wanted to talk about, what you've been dealing with all these crises and stress, and how do you handle these things in a way so that you can maintain your composure, so that you can stay strong, and you can push through and hopefully be able to make it through these things in a positive way. Today, we're going to be talking about some of the techniques and things that I use myself and sharing some ideas that can help you if you're in the middle of a crisis to deal with it. One of the things that I've been learning myself is I've been listening to Kyle Cease, who is a former comedian turned spiritual teacher. He's got a big presence here on YouTube as well as other places. He's a keynote speaker at many conferences and things. One of the things I learned from him very recently is I've been going through some of this stuff and dealing with some of these issues myself and been binge watching a bunch of his content while we're here in the hospital. One of the things that Kyle talks about is this presence and about sitting with your feelings. One of the things that's really complicated, especially here in this spiritual community and the spiritual niche, there's a lot of people with this idea that to be spiritual means to be positive, to be happy, to be joyful all the time. And it's just simply not the case. In fact, you can be very much ingrained in your spirituality and be in a negative emotional state. It's being in tune and in touch with yourself and who you are. And so, what I want you to do if you're in the middle of a crisis is acknowledge how you feel in that moment and just sit with it. Now, we want to be there and we want to feel those feelings, but we don't want to stay stuck there. We don't want to stay stuck in an emotional state that's going to keep you and take you down and take you away from being able to deal with the situation. So, one of the things that we do is we just sit here and we feel that feeling, we feel that frustration, we feel the anger or the worry or the doubt and those things. And you can feel it and acknowledge it. I feel worried for my daughter's health and well being. And I love that I feel that way and love it. And feel it and close your eyes and feel where in your body do you feel it. For me, it's a tightness in my stomach. And I feel that tightness in my stomach and I just sit with that tightness. And I acknowledge it. I can feel that worry in my stomach. And I love that I can feel that worry. We're just going to sit here with it. And we're just going to breathe into it. And when I breathe into it, I just breathe into my nose and out through my mouth. And we're just going to breathe into it. And we feel that. And when you feel that worry in the pit of your stomach, because see, here's the thing: it's not that we're not okay to feel these feelings. The problem with these feelings and with these negative, especially emotional states, is if we're having to make decisions, we don't want to be in that while we're making decisions. We want to be able to shift out of that while we're having to make decisions. We want to be able to shift out of that while we're actually dealing with the circumstances that have caused the crisis in our life. So what I want to do is I want to feel that, and I feel that energy, and I can just breathe into it. And I love that I feel this feeling, and I just breathe that love into that feeling. And just imagine love as a yellow energy that's just filling you up, and you're just blowing it into that part of your body where you feel it. It could be in your stomach, it could be in your chest. It's up to you wherever you feel it. Hello, Stephen, the reseller. I hope you're having a fantastic day. And so we're feeling these feelings. of frustration and these emotions, and I love that I get the opportunity to feel this feeling. And we sit with that feeling and we allow ourselves to feel that emotion. And if you allow yourself to feel it, see, the problem that we have so many times with our emotions is that we're fighting them and we're trying to get rid of them because society has told me we shouldn't have them, or society or other people have told us we shouldn't be feeling those things. And so we're fighting them. If we stop fighting it and we allow it to tell us what it's there for, we allow it to fill us up, and we allow ourselves to feel that. We allow ourselves to feel those feelings. Now we're empowered to be able to allow it to flow out of us. It's not about trying to get rid of the feeling, it's about acknowledging the feeling, acknowledging it's there, figuring out why it's there, and allowing it to leave. And when you do that and you embrace the feeling and you embrace those emotions, then you can allow it to leave. And then when you have to make decisions, like what to do about your child that's sick or whatever it is, whatever situation, you can do this in any situation you're in. Financial stress, do this with your money problems, with your money worries. Feel that feeling, feel where you feel it in your body, acknowledge the feeling, acknowledge that it exists, appreciate the feeling, and allow it to just go on its way, and it can leave your body. And you can do this with any feeling in any situation. And the more you can do this in the moment it's happening, see, so many of the feelings, I've been meditating on this today. One of the things that I've been meditating and talking about is the shadow self, the dark self, the hidden things that we have inside of ourselves that we are unseen. And a lot of that shadow self is when we repress our emotions instead of feeling them, when we repress our emotions and try to shove them down. One of the things that happened to me as I got into spirituality and started studying these things, 20 years ago, I was taught that, oh, well, if you're being truly spiritual, you're supposed to be happy and joyful, and, you're not supposed to feel all these dark emotions. And so when I would feel the dark emotions, instead of feeling them and instead of allowing them to come out, I would repress them. Well, this only added to the shadow self instead of helping to heal them. Instead of healing the shadow self, healing the wounds that caused those problems, it caused it to grow and become stronger. As I started learning to heal my shadow self this year, this is one of the things I've been working on, is healing these emotions that I've repressed, healing and allowing them to come out, allowing myself to feel those feelings, allowing myself to be in touch with the dark feelings that I have inside of myself, and allowing them to exist in me, and being appreciative and loving myself through them. And by doing this, you have the power to create change in your life, and you have the power to really impact your life and the lives of other people by doing this. And it kind of goes along, and I shared this during the live stream the other night in case you missed it. This was from my friend Kimberly, Life of Kimberly, formerly known as Borderline Hoarderish. She says, "Who you cannot love who you are and hate the experience that shaped you. Everything I am today, everything I am is because of those experiences that I've been through throughout my life. From being abused as a child, being locked in lockers as a kid in school, being abused by my parents, being shunned and ostracized because I didn't believe the same as other people. All those experiences that I hated in my earlier life shaped me into who I am today. And until you can learn to love those experiences from your past that shape you into who you are, you cannot heal the wounds that they caused inside of you. Until you can love those experiences, you cannot learn the lessons there, and you cannot heal the wounds they left. It's essential to healing your wounds. And so that's something I want everybody to take with them. If you can find it inside yourself to go inside and to feel these feelings. Allow these feelings to be a part of you. Accept them as who you are. When you do this, you can live the life that you were born to live. You can create and flow through these experiences, and you'll be much better armed to be able to go through a crisis in the moment. You'll be able to find a sense of peace and serenity inside yourself in the moment of the crisis, rather than waiting and then having to go through all this healing of trauma years later. You can just do the healing work now while you're in the middle of it. So just sit and meditate with your feelings. Allow yourself to feel them and allow them to go forward. I hope that this helps you to start creating the life that you really want and being able to handle your way through crisis. If you missed my live stream the other day, you can't see it here on the live show, but on the replay right here in the cards, we are going to leave a link to the replay of the last live stream where we talk deeper about how to handle a crisis and how to survive through a crisis. These tips are going to help you to create the life that you really, really want. So I hope that this helps. I have to go take care of my daughter, so I will see you later. Thank you and have a beautiful, blessed day. We'll talk to you next time.